It's a brisk January day in Asheville, a Wednesday in fact, but the floors of the Mass General Store are full of shoppers. And it's that way in Waynesville, Hendersonville, Winston-Salem, and Boone. And while all Mass General stores have their differences, they share one common trait. They seem to all have one foot in the present and one in the past. And how they got that way is an interesting story that takes us to a quiet, secluded spot near Boone called Valley Cruces around 1978.
I was here with a friend that was looking for land, and we stayed in Valley Cruces, and the fellow said, "You got to see the store." And I literally just about had to be dragged out. I was fascinated with it because it was a step back in time.
The original Mast store was built in the 1880s when this valley was full of farmers needing to sell and trade. Soon it had a post office, hardware, even a doctor's office, and it flourished for nearly a century.
Then it closed, and at that particular point in time, our friend came and said, I hear it might be on the market.
The Coopers took the plunge.
We thought it's going to take a full-time attention, so we configured a way to make an apartment on the back of this room.
Where we're sitting.
And in the attic. And we were able to begin and bring the store back to life and put inventory on the shelves and keep it on the shelves.
In 1982, bursting with goods, the Coopers bought a nearby store and called it the Annex. They filled that with candy and outdoor gear. More on the candy in a moment. A few years later, the Coopers got a call from the town of Boone.
And they said, "We want the Mass store there. You really need to come to Boone. We need your store in Boone." And we resisted, but when we looked at it a little more closely, we decided that was a good opportunity to really expand our presence in the high country.
The couple that own the Annex building, they're the ones that initially started the Candy Barrel and eventually decided that they didn't want to move with us everywhere we went and decided to sell it to us. So the Mass store actually bought the Candy Barrel, and then we were able to put Candy Barrel areas in all of the locations.
Soon, other towns began calling.
This is such a great draw for many, many people. You have to hit Mast and see all the wonderful things they have to offer here.
And that's been the pattern for us, that towns would come after us when they needed more retail presence, and they would see us as maybe a solution to helping bring other retailers and create a more vibrant downtown. But we've been very fortunate to go to places like Waynesville and Hendersonville and then Asheville, which was a big city, bigger than anything we were in. But that is now our most popular store in terms of volume and customers.
We started in the toy section and just kind of appreciating all the penny candy and those types of things that are there. And now we're upstairs in the mercantile section, and there's just, I think we could be here the entire day looking at the variety of things that are here.
Another success story is their willingness to innovate with product. COVID-19 has pushed people outdoors, and the Mass General store has responded with more high-demand items like hiking shoes, packs, and knives.
We've had a couple pretty crazy days. Yesterday seemed a little bit crazier than Saturday might have been.
This is the 10 at 10 meeting at the Mass General store in Boone. It's just one way the staff prepares to enhance the customer experience. But another foundation the Mass store provides is company ownership for its employees, and it's made all the difference.
Yeah, in 1995, my parents came to me and said, "What do you think about the employees owning stock in the business?" And I thought, that's a great idea. And there were all the fancy people talking about the benefits to John and Faye for sharing stock with the employees. And they're like, that's not the purpose of this program. The purpose of this program is so employees can see the value of taking care of the customer and the hard work that they do.
You can work for somebody else and do a great job, get a paycheck. Do a mediocre job, get the same paycheck. But here, when you do a great job, you're increasing the value of the stock that you own that contributes to your retirement. So there's a great motivation to do well. And there's a great motivation for teamwork because we all sink or swim together.
Chances are if you go into one of our stores, you'll find an employee that's been there, or many employees that have been there a long time. And they're vested in the ESOP program as well as the 401k. And they understand that their role, they're an owner, and that they look after the customer because that's where it meets the road or not.
That customer-first philosophy created by the Coopers permeates the culture of every Mass General store. If you need something quick, their online team, led by Tiffany, ships overnight. But to truly get the Mass General store experience, take time to wander. Play checkers with your young daughter. And don't forget the popcorn. The original Mass General store is in Valley Cruces, but their other stores can be found in Boone, Asheville, Waynesville, Hendersonville, and Winston-Salem. For more information, give them a call at 866-367-6278 or visit them online at massgeneralstore.com.